I finally saw The Fly for the very first time. Now, if you are unfamiliar with this film, it's ultimately about a brilliant physicist played by Jeff Goldblum whose teleportation experiment fuses him with a housefly, triggering a disturbing physical and mental transformation. I've been avoiding this movie for years, thinking body horror was just gross for gross sake, but after films such as The Substance or Together or Hellraiser, I gave it a shot. For 1986, the practical effects here are insane. It's gooey, it's tense, it's inventive, and I get why it's often called the golden standard for body horror. Jeff Goldblum, who's usually playing the quirky side character in literally everything else, he disappears into this character of Seth Brundle, going from charmingly eccentric to unhinged with surprising amount of range. But here is where it lost me. The transformation itself peaks a little bit too early. Midway throughout the film, Brundle regains his composure after initially acting increasingly insane and unhinged, with rage getting crazier and crazier, having very little control over his actions. But then, again, halfway throughout the film, he's like, oh snap, I think I'm turning into a fly. And after that point, he begins to act more like how he acted in the very beginning of the movie, while still physically mutating. That robbed the story of the escalating tension that was already there, and it makes the second half of the film feel weirdly like an extended resolution. It's like the movie hit the climax twice, once in the middle and once again abruptly at the very, very end. That took away the mental descent that could have ultimately made the movie that much better, but it is still worth watching for its effects, performances, and legacy status. For me though, this was more of a I finally watched it type of thing. I finally checked it off of that bucket list of horror. So it wasn't really jaw-dropping or super shocking or super original in my experience. I'm gonna give it 76 out of 100 possible stars. For me, that is a B letter grade.